What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm going to talk about how much I really fucking hate people. Because, like, I'm starting to realize, like, the types of people, I hate a lot of kinds of people. The types of people I really can't fucking stand. I cannot fucking stand people who lack consideration. People who lack, yeah, fucking consideration, dude. Like, I swear to God, because, like, there are times where, like, I feel like I'm living in a fucking Twilight Zone, or, like, I don't know if it's spiritual warfare, or I people, because you got dumbass people who's gonna say, like, oh, if you have a lot of inner child wounds, or like you have a lot of like mental like issues, subconsciously, unconsciously, you're gonna attract or people or situations that lack consideration because you're not good enough, or like you feel like you're not good enough for yourself, or some other stupid shit like that. It's not that, dude. It's not that. It's like, because y'all, like, I am this close, like, I'm fucking this close to start cussing motherfuckers out, man, to the point where I don't mind laying hands on people. And I gotta be really careful, because I don't want to risk of me getting kicked out of the military, or me like being in big trouble, or get like Article 15 or something. Because, like, my tolerance for a lot of people is going really fucking slim. Like, people, like, fuck, man, like, because, like, fucking shit, man, I don't know where to begin, man. I just hate fucking people, man. Like, people are fucking losers. Like, any situation I'm in, any fucking like connection I'm in, is like, I'm always a person who has a lot to offer. And these people, they ain't got shit to offer, man. If it was like romantically, they ain't got shit to offer. If it's like friendships, they ain't got fucking shit to offer, man. Like, goddamn, dude, these people they're just fucking losers, man. Like, holy shit. Fuck, dude. If you're single in 2024, especially if you're like a young adult, if you're like in your 30s or 20s, to be honest, any age, but like, don't even trip about it, because most of these females, it's so easy for females to get into relationships, because all you had all they got is a hot box between their legs. That's pretty much it. But most females, they got nothing to offer emotionally, because there are times where, like, I'll try to like talk to like a very attractive female, or like there are times like me and her will flirt and all that, but like I realize, like, hold up, this bitch is emotionally unavailable, she's stuck up sometimes, and she's very cold-hearted. So I'm like, why the fuck would I entertain that bitch? The only time I entertain is when I'm fucking her. But do I, even then, because I don't want to transmit my energy into her. So, like, most females, like, don't like don't get tricked, because a lot of females, they don't got the range, they got nothing to offer emotionally. So this is why I don't even entertain, I don't date them and shit like that. They're just stuck up. I can't stand how stuck up they are. It's not me out, it's not jealousy. It's not like, oh, they got a lot to offer and they're stuck up. That's one thing. But it's not like they don't got shit to offer and they're stuck up. They're entitled. So I can't deal with females like that. And then they got fucking attitude problems, and then they're always emotional. And not only that, but we live in a society to where, like, men's value to a woman is finances and resources. You females watching this, I don't give a fuck. Shut the fuck up. Like, y'all want to be like, oh, that's not true. Yes, it is true. Because most of y'all leave men because they lack resources. This is where you get your hypergamy from. You know what I'm saying? So, like, but even then, it's like, we live in a society where, like, you can't really maintain a romantic relationship, or like maintain a fucking connection, because we live in a very fragile, fucking broken down, beaten down system. It's hard to find true love. It's also hard to maintain true love. You can't really find true love until you're like fucking 50 or 60, right when you're about to reach your fucking deathbed, because around that age is when you actually have the finances to fucking live life, pretty much. But even then, you're still restricted, because you got your little bullshit ass 401 check and your retirement pay, which you can't really do anything with that. You can't travel around the whole world. You can't, you know what I'm saying, unless you get lucky, or like you win the lottery, or like you're just, God decides to grant you being financially free. You know what I'm saying? The only time you be financially free is if God or the universe, they allow that shit, because we do not have free will. There are certain people who are financially free, and certain people who do not, and there are certain people who aren't financially free. They work harder than people who are financially free. Chantuan talks about this. It's about what your spirit wants to experience. It's very fucked up. And just like what Chantuan says, life isn't how the way we think it is. It's not. It's very complex. Like he says, very complicated. It's very like, there's a lot of like, it's very disturbing. But yeah, but I fucking hate people. Like for real, like, I'm always dealing with a lot of people who just lack consideration, man. Like tell me why. Like, I'll give you some examples for today. Tell me why. I had this one dumbass person. Like, I always attract people who always call me for money. Like, how the fuck you're in the military? You're in the army just like me. So why the fuck are you calling me wanting to borrow $100? Fucking like all this money. Keep in mind, I had a supervisor, an NCO. He stole fucking $6,000 from me like last year. And he's supposed to be my supervisor, and he lied to me. So a lot of people, they're just scumbags. They're fucking like, we are in the Saturn year, 2024, so this is where people get their karma, but it's just like, that's not gonna do anything, because like, I've learned a lot of lessons when it comes to like me being in the army and the military, but even before I enlisted, I always knew people were just snakes and they're just full of shit. But me being in the army, it kind of amplified that, because I thought, holy shit, like, because I'm more subjected to a lot more people. A lot of people, they're very spiritually sick, they're mentally ill, and they have a blocked off heart, and a lot of people are damaged, they're traumatized because they're too fucking pussified and weak to do the healing work. So then it forces them to be traumatized and emotionally closed off because they're too pussies to do that. Because the average fucking human being, all they do is watch bullshit on TV. They scroll through social media. They don't work out. They don't study about spirituality. They don't study themselves. They don't know about themselves. They don't fucking get fresh air. They don't fucking exercise their body. They don't take care of their body physically, mentally, etc. They don't do any of that shit. They don't take care of themselves. They don't fucking like, they don't question life. They don't do any of that shit. People don't do that. Instead, they're always stuck on the same mundane bullshit. And that's one of the reasons why this world's so fucked up, man. I swear to God, because I feel like I'm living in Twilight Zone, man. Because a lot of people, they just lack common sense. They lack self-awareness. Like, they're just done, dude. They're fucking done. I don't know if it's the foods, the programs, or they're just shallow, man. They're just fucking shallow. And that's one of the reasons why actually, like, I don't have a problem with being single. I don't, because like, there are times where I do crave being in a relationship, but until I realize the average person has a lot of fucking trauma and baggage. And do I really want to deal with that? No, I don't. Because I entertain myself a lot more compared to the average bitch that I want to be around with. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to bring nothing to the table. Like, what the fuck do they got to offer? Nothing. Because like, a lot of people, they need friends and groups and cliques to hang around with. I don't do that. Because a lot of people, well, first off, people, when I talk to them, they bore me to death. And with Chon Suwon, he said something interesting. He said, like, Chon Suwon mentioned that he has so much charisma that, like, that when people are talking to him, Chon Suwon can reach at their level and he can pretend like he gives a fuck about what they're saying. But deep down, Chon Suwon said that he doesn't give a fuck. But since he has so much charisma, these people think he gives a fuck about them. But deep down, Chon Suwon doesn't. And when he said that, that's some real shit. Because there are times where, like, I'm talking to people and they'll be talking about some dumbass shit I don't give a fuck about. But because I'm bored at work, or because I'm trying to kill time, so I'll interact with these people. The reasons why I interact with people is so I can build connections. When it comes to their personal lives or the things they like, I don't give a fuck about it. Not because because I don't care about them, but more so like, because the shit they like, it's fucking shallow to me. No one talks about spirituality. They don't talk about self-help. They don't talk about valuable. The only time, because when I interact with people, it has to be about how to make money, business, career, and how to get me ahead in life. And when they do that, I do the same in return. You know, even Chance, when he talks about this, like with relationships, it has to be business, career oriented. If people talk about stupid shit, it's not going to work out. I mean, for the average bot, the average human, yeah, it's going to work out. Because I'm always around people. Like, I always hear the conversations. They just talk about dumb shit that doesn't involve self-development, growth, or anything important. They talk about stupid ass shit. Grown ass adults talking about stupid ass shit, man. Like, come on, dude. Like, do y'all, like, how the fuck y'all entertain each other with that? You know, just like they talk about the dumbest shit ever. Like, shut the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? No wonder why I get bored with people. Like, I get bored. They all talk about the same fucking shit, man. God damn, dude. Fuck, man. No, see, like, no wonder why people commit suicides and stuff. Because, like, most people, like, I feel like people commit suicides. They're not the fucking problem. It's like, the problem is the people around them, the environment, the society, the world that's around. They're subjected to. That's the fucking problem. We have people who has a lot of gifts and talents, and they have deep thoughts. But if they're not around the right types of people, if they're in the wrong environment, then they're going to feel outcast and isolated, and they're going to feel like they're the problem. They're not the fucking problem. These people, the collective, they're the fucking problem. Now, what causes this? Chan talks about this. And I agree, it's the fucking system we're living in. It's society, it's this world. Pedophiles who rule this world is this realm. The foods, the programs, the camps, all this shit. But people, they're too fucking mentally weak. Like, they let it get to them, and they're not even aware of it. They're just like, I can't explain it. They're just fucking, man, I can't be around people like that, man. Hate selfish ass people, man. Because I've cussed the people out. I went off at them. I fucking defended myself against them. And it's like, no matter what type of person I meet, they all do the same shit. Just their ignorance, their lack of consideration, their fucking their stupidity. And that's gonna be their downfall in life. They're probably gonna reincarnate, or like they're gonna, I can't explain. They're like, their lives are gonna end up bad, or like their life is not fulfilling. At least to me, their lives aren't. You know what I'm saying? They're just gonna stay stuck and shallow and average. That's why most people don't fucking change. Like all my life, like God or the universe, they always put me around shallow, surface level people who don't know how to heal, who don't want to heal, who don't want to evolve, who don't want to grow. And that's dangerous. So it makes sense that God is always removing me from families, close people, close connections that I thought were valuable to me, but they weren't, because I used to be so confused on why God is isolating me from these people, or why these people are so abusive. It's kind of like rejection is God's protection in a way, but now that I'm getting older, now that I'm having a change of perspective about people, it's like, I get it. I understand. It's all protection, because I feel like God knows my heart. God knows like how much I want to be great. So, and God is aware that a lot of people in my life, they just don't cut it. Like they can't be around me because they're not willing to do the work. They're not willing to heal. They're not willing to evolve. They're just stagnant. And not even stagnant, like they're hitting rock bottom. A lot of people are like that. So it makes sense on why I'm always constantly have to like get away from people. Either that, or God always orchestrates situations to where I'm forced to leave people's lives. Whether it be like romantically, that happens a lot. And I've noticed all my exes, or like every connection I go to, these people, they don't change. But I'm out here changing. And ironically, these people, they always end up in like relationships or like marriages and stuff like that, but they're still shallow. So I feel like, and I watched this tarot video, and she mentioned that like sometimes God is gonna like, if God knows that someone's not good for you, God is gonna force a way to where like you're forced to get out of that situation by either making the person who's not evolving, make that person fall in love with someone that's at their low vibrational level, just so you can get out of that situation. This way you get your third parties from. And it makes sense. Definitely hurtful and heartbreaking to say, but in the long run, it's going to be beneficial to you, or to me at least. Because these people, they're not going nowhere. They're not evolving. A lot of people are like this. A lot of people are shallow. They're inconsiderate. They got nothing to offer when you talk to them. They're just stuck. And if you're watching this, if you're constantly leveling up, if you're bettering yourself, you're questioning everything, if you have more awareness, at times you're gonna have to really like take yourself very seriously. Like I'm talking about, like, be mindful of who you give your energy to, because a lot of people, they're not at your level. They're not. Because there are times where I feel like I have to start cussing people out or like defend myself, because a lot of people, they're really starting to piss me off, man. Because like their lack of consideration, like I don't like how people do me. I don't do them like that. I wouldn't name a few examples, but I'm too pissed off to even say it, because the audacity of fucking people, man. God damn. God fucking damn, man. Fucking shit, man. And these same people, I could tell they're fucking miserable. They're sad. They're not happy with life. And I'm not sure if they don't know how to fix that, or maybe they do, but they're too fucking pussified to even do the work, or maybe they don't have what it takes to do the work because it's too painful. It could be either or, but I wouldn't be surprised due to lack of self-awareness, because a lot of people, they lack self-awareness, it seems. But yeah, but I do get mad at God. I do get mad at the universe, because like even earlier today, I was reflecting on the things I've been through, just because a lot of you guys haven't experienced what I've experienced, because just how you guys comment, and you guys are talking about, like, just shut the fuck up, man. Especially like free will and all that. Like with free will, like, shut up with that, because you guys haven't really experienced generational curses, or like spiritual warfare, or like constantly experiencing synchronicities after synchronicity that's harmful towards you. You guys haven't experienced that shit, so you guys pretty much have nothing to say to me. You guys don't know what it's like to have like each event, each synchronicity be against you and attacking you over and over again, like every fucking year, every month, even like sometimes for days. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't know what it's like. You guys do not know. So you guys don't know what you guys like to have your free will being controlled. It shit is a real thing. I feel like it depends on your soul mission, on your spiritual mission, and how important it is. I really do believe that. You guys don't have to agree, but I'm just saying, because like I noticed a pattern of people who are very gifted spiritually, they tend to get attacked the most. Either that, and or they experience a lot of setbacks and like blockages and stuff like that. It's a very real thing. It's spiritual warfare, but we can't really see or grasp it because we're in a fucking 3D realm, I guess. You know, but so it makes sense that I'm always around I'm always around either people who are against me for no reason, or around people who aren't at my level. It's either the two. And these same people always admire me too, so it's kind of weird. But just like what they say, your haters are your biggest, are your secret fans, pretty much. But it's all envy and jealousy and spiritual warfare. It's like the devil. I don't know what the fuck it is, but there are things where I'm still questionable on why I've experienced the things I've experienced, but only God knows, so that's God's problem. That's not my fucking problem. The only time I'll confront God about this shit is when I die. But the most I could do is make videos about it and kind of expose what I've experienced, pretty much. But that's God's fucking burden. That's not my fucking burden. That's his fucking problem. But because regardless, I'm gonna overcome any situation, and I have. Every year I get better. Every fucking year I get better. So God ain't got shit on me, pretty much. So that's part why God always puts me around tests and trials and errors and shit like that, so I can overcome it. Because most people, they don't go through tests. They just live a shallow life, and they're just stuck. And this is why God don't give a fuck about them, pretty much. Because if God does, then these people will have like a lot of spiritual information, and just they'll know themselves, and they'll have the drive and motivation to be a better person. But a lot of people like that. So clearly God don't give a fuck about them. Clearly God gives a fuck about me and other people who go through the most setbacks and trials and errors and pain and spiritual warfare and shit like that. It's how it is. It's how God operates, I guess. But so it's like it's saying like God gives his toughest soldiers his toughest battles, you know. But oh boy, I think there's something going on astrologically. It's a Saturn and something. I think we're in a Saturn in fucking Pisces. No, it's Saturn and something, and it's gonna last for 5 months. So that's probably what's going on right now. We're like, and I've read some on Twitter. It mentioned that like you're gonna see how much you play a role in people's relationships, an imbalance with the give and take and shit like that, which I've always been aware. But the thing with me is that like people piss me off so much. I am deeply traumatized by how fucking dumb people are, because I've been around them my whole life. Is that like I don't like go along with it. It was like it's not that I accepted it, but it's more so like, yeah, it's like I do accept it, but obviously I still set boundaries. I do still defend myself if needed be, but I kind of accept that a lot of people, they're just stupid. they're retarded and they got nothing to offer and they're losers and they're beneath me. I just kind of accepted that, but at the same time, it's like with these astrological influences coming to play, is making me pissed off and not being too accepting of these people. Because I already know people ain't shit. I've been knowing this, but these energies, these astrological energies, the Saturn and something, is kind of amplifying that, and it's pissing me off. And knowing that, but just constant what the fuck people are doing, they keep blowing up my phone asking for money and just doing this dumbass shit where like they don't fucking like, oh my god, the audacity of people, bro. I had this roommate, right? So he has, I guess he has one arm. Well, he has two arms, but like he injured his left arm, and so he has a casket, and he had it for like about a month, but he's able to work. He's a fucking mechanic in the army, so he could work. He could show up to work. He could pick up stuff like that. Tell me why after I was cleaning up our fucking barracks room, I took out the trash. I cleaned the whole fucking kitchen. Tell me why I came back so I could wash my car and clean my car like for like that lasted for like 40 minutes. I came back. His fucking lazy, stupid ass fucking put two more fucking trash bags that were full. He put it in the fucking kitchen that came from his room. And I'm like, you dumbass. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, what the fuck is his problem? He's the same guy too. For some reason, like, whenever he uses the bathroom, he'll fucking take a piss and he don't flush. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you go to the bathroom and take a piss and not flush? What the fuck? Are you that fucking dirty? Like, who the fuck raised you? Like, who does that shit, dude? I'm telling you, like, ever since I've been in the army, I'm subjected to a lot of different types of people. And the type of shit I've seen and experienced, what the fuck they do. People, they're just fucking weird. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, are these people not raised right? I understand I was raised by a lot of like narcissistic, dysfunctional family members, but at least they got me right. They raised me right. They're just, the only problem with my family is that like they have a lot of spiritual warfare. They have a lot of like because my family, they're actually good. They're good-hearted people. They're very smart. They have a lot of talents and gifts. The only problem with my family is that they're heavily influenced by generational curses. So they're bound to be very like evil. Not evil, but like they're bound to be very like damaged. But they raised me right. And me being subjected to a lot of these people over these years in the military and like how they operate and just observing people on social media is like a lot of people weren't raised right. You guys watching these videos, more likely you guys probably weren't raised right either, because you guys probably do the same fucking shit. And I gotta be kind of careful because I'm assuming I'm attracting like-minded people, so maybe you guys do think like me and how my perspectives. But based on the comments I've seen, I'm kind of iffy about it because y'all seem pretty like stuck up and egotistical and fucking dumb. But I'll give you guys the benefit of the doubt. But it's like people weren't raised right, man. They think they could treat people how whatever they feel. People like if people were to be treated how they treat people, they wouldn't like that shit. People don't know, like people. I feel like a lot of people in this world, they never experience they never experience an ass whooping. They never experience a fucking like they don't experience discipline like early on in life, and that's gonna fucking fuck people up in the long run because they think they could talk and say and do to people on however they think they want to do, like lack of consideration, asking people for fucking money, being lazy, not doing shit. They think they can get away with that, but in the long run, that's just gonna bite them in the ass. People just weren't raised right. I think that's the main problem. But yeah, but for me, when it comes to dating and romance, I'm not gonna settle for a bitch unless I meet a female who's very emotionally available, who's very her love language is like my love language. That's very like who knows how to communicate, that's very supportive, who's very understanding, and who's very again emotionally available, very like um very empathetic and very understanding, and she has a lot of common sense and she knows how to fucking think. most of these people out here, they're the opposite of that. So even like if I'm attracted to a certain female, I just don't want to entertain it because like if they're, I'm to the point where like if they're not, if they don't have the traits I have, then I don't want to fucking deal with them. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm sick of this shit. Like I'm so fed up to the point where like I can't deal with people who aren't in the same wavelength as me. I can't fucking do it. Even people who are in the same wavelength as me, like your soul tribe, they can still be on some bullshit. And even then, don't fucking deal with them. Because you can't meet your crushes or like your romantic connections. They can be part of your soul tribe and your soul members, but at the same time they can still lack consideration and lack empathy. And if that's the case, get the fuck away from them. That's happened in my case a couple times, and I'm not entertaining that shit. And if it means me being alone my whole life because I can't find a fucking person who's actually at my level, then so be it. That's not my fucking problem. That's God's problem. That's not my fucking problem. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I still have a lot of work to do, a lot of healing work to do. But what I can say is that I have put in work. I have done the healing work, and I am up there. But it's all divine timing. But even then, if I end up being alone my whole life, then that's God's problem. That's not my fucking problem. It was really not. Like, I don't even take it personally. Because most people, like, because I'll choose a peace of mind over a fucking dumbass human being any given day. Or dumbass female any given day. Any fucking given day. But, that's all I gotta say, man. Have a good one. I just want to release some steam. But I feel kind of good now. Just fucking people, man. I'm gonna try to keep my, I will communicate to them in a professional way, but I gotta keep my cool because I can really fuck some shit up with these people, man. But that's all I gotta say. Have a good one. Peace.